dirt time, and everyone is making the show because we've only got 25 people, I think, that showed up. Let's take a look. Yeah, 25 people. And I'm not sure why this person hasn't done a lap. That worries me. So, yeah, we've got 25 people, 150 laps, stages at 40 and 90. And, well, we got a dirt ringer showing up in the 79, my brother. So, we've got him in here, along with my dad, and then all the regulars. And, yeah, I'm getting worried about Sean, because it's not a name that I know, and I'm not sure if he's even done a lap, so hopefully not an issue, but we will find out. So, AJ, very good on dirt, not that great on pavement. He can be fast, but he just somehow screws up a lot. And he's really terrible at short tracks on pavement, which makes no sense. But, yeah, so we are starting off on 100% usage. And qualifying time, I'm just going to qualify with the race set because it doesn't matter. There's heat races anyway, so Q only sets that. I would have just done a random draw like they are in real life, but I don't want slow people at the front of the heats, so that is the reason why we are doing a queue when they wouldn't do it in real life.
Okay, here comes your first time lap.
But it doesn't really matter because everyone's making the show, and hopefully lap traffic is fairly consistent so that the leaders know where to go. Feels like we got a lot of grip right now, but, well, now we don't have a lot of grip. If we get a 7, I'll be happy. Kind of screwed it up in 1 and 2 there. We're not going to get a 7. That's no big deal. Should still be mid-pack for our heat race, and it doesn't matter if we get wrecked out in the heat because we'll still make it. AJ does not get the pole, and well, I've still not seen a lap by this guy, so if he doesn't run his heat race, I'm going to have to just remove him because I don't want someone starting the race that we haven't even seen if he can do a lap. So, Gavin and I will be in the same heat right now. And we will just, yeah, we got a big difference in speed from front to back, which is expected. You know, it's a weird transition for paved guys to go to dirt. And if you only know dirt is toss it in and gun it, that's not going to work out that great on a 100% track with a big, heavy stock car. So we will let him know that we need to see laps, otherwise I've got to be careful for everyone else that's in the race. And if someone's not showing laps, then yeah, I can't start the race and not have shown that you can at least make a lap. So I don't know if they're not at their computer or what. They have done a lap now to 21.7. So at least we got some lap times out of them. That means that they can actually make a lap without hitting the wall or anything. But I'm going to advance it. We got heat race number 1, and we are not in it. So we will watch this first one to set up the inside row. And we're going to have Scott, Ryan, Alex, Matthias, Colton, Alan, Kevin, AJ, Alan, Dan, Spencer, and Rick in this one. Let's go find a seat. Just change camera 1. Just go with a single camera here. Just so that it's not switching around on us a bunch. Turn it up a little bit. Alright, so these are all meaningless, but had to be prepared if we did get over 36 drivers. 15 laps, so should go by quick. Cautions are on, but I will be shortening those in the heat races. But we'll see what Scott can do up front. And, well, Ryan is a dirt guy. And, it's interesting to see who is finding themselves at the front. It kind of seems like all the same people. But hopefully we can have good, clean racing. There will be mistakes, just because once you put a bunch of trucks out on track, it can get fairly crazy.
Green flag.
But here we go. Scott gets a good jump. Ryan's going to head down low, get under the other Ryan. We're going to be 3 wide almost. Nope.
Caution.
Alex backs off, and we have already had an issue. And that is my dad getting all over the place on the start. I don't know how he pulled that one off, but he must have just slammed the gas, and he's lost now. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he went to the wrong pits. So, Off to a bad start for him. He's not been having a good run of things. But that one was completely on him. Do you have to go through both pits? I don't think you... Yeah, you don't have to go through both pits. But yeah, we get our first wreck instantly, so that's not a good sign. He's gonna feel stupid on that one. Get him lined back up. Hopefully, not too many people got taken out on that. And looks like Kevin got a bit of damage, or maybe got thrown to the back there. Get going again here and line them back up side by side. Make sure no one is randomly trapped a lap down that's on track. It looks like everyone's back out on track. People in the pits will be a lap down now, but that just means they're starting at the back. Scott gets another good jump. Ryan and Ryan side by side. Big run off the high side for Carwile. He's going to head down low. Slips up just a little bit. Gotta leave the room on the outside there. Oh, he's getting really sideways there. Everyone's staying in the pits. How's Rick doing back here? He's making it down the straightaway, so better than my dad. Had a good battle for the lead, though, and Alex gets in a little deep, gets into the back of Ryan. Luckily, hits him pretty square and doesn't turn him. Got people bouncing it off the wall right now. We will just assume that that was prediction code, because everyone knows if you're constantly putting the right rear into it to gain an advantage, it's not going to be good for you. But that top should go away or get shoved up so high that you're going to be hitting the wall every time, and then they'll just have to move down low. Right now, we're not slamming the right front into it, so no big deal. Good racing back here for 5th. Colton trying to get the move on Alex. Everyone's spreading out here. And it looks like at the back, Dan might have had a moment or is just struggling. Rick just kind of using up multiple lanes there in the corner, which could get interesting for the leaders, but we'll see how he holds the line. He's holding the line down low now, so he's just, that's all I need out of slower people, is just be able to hold a line. Ryan hard into the wall there. He lifts off and doesn't just dig the right front into it. Has Rick been lapped, or did he pull into the pits? He might have pulled into the pits. Kevin might have a bit of front end damage here. Oh, little wall tap then again for Ryan. I've not found any speed up top, but we also know that I absolutely hate getting near the wall, so I've just been working around the middle and bottom and not worrying too much about trying to put in a fast lap. Got Dan and Rick staying out of the way for the leaders, and we got Kevin around. He should get going and not cause yellow. We're good to go. Keep this one going, especially since it doesn't matter for transfers. We got 3 wide with lap cars and lead cars. Someone needs to back off here. Up front though, Scott handling this one easy. I did not know he was a dirt racer, but he is looking good. Putting it right on the top side and is going to get the win. Don't know. Give me a second to make sure there isn't something going on, but I think he's just looking at it after a wreck. Alright, let's head out for our heat race and see if we can be terrible.
You don't get any extra tire sets for this race, so let's be smart out there.
Starting on the high side, but again, we don't need to worry too much about it. Just got to drive around and not hit things.
You are out of tires. You're on the outside this time. Pit road is closed right now.
So I haven't done a race this week because officials with this is just never fun. So we're going to be a little slow on the start. Fully expect to get beat by AJ.
1 lap to green.
And probably by Gavin, because he's just it's been quick lately and everything. But hopefully we can get through these 15 laps pretty quick. Somehow the
Going green.
heat race 1 felt like it took forever. So we're going to do 10 times the amount of laps for the main, so that was a bit weird.
Car is off. Be ready. Green, green, green. Car inside. Clear inside. Inside. Clear inside.
We're all clear down low, and that is where we're going to head. And just
Car outside.
drive it like a paved track at the moment.
Outside. Outside. Clear high. Outside. 25.244. Clear up top. Car outside. Keep low.
Oh,
Outside. Clear.
very loose moment up there for the 62. We get loose in the middle of the corner, pitching it too far sideways. Gonna lose that spot to Connor.
20.285.
I just need to get in a rhythm here, and that was way too sideways.
Car outside.
You're gonna lose a spot to Joe. No, Zach, sorry. We'll get it figured out by the end of the race.
Clear outside if you want it. 20.31.
Oh, Gavin getting loose.
Keep low.
We're having good, clean racing.
Clear.
That's a positive. Nose shove. Got to get off of it. Don't want to shove up into Zach.
Keep low. Clear outside. 20.258. Car outside. Clear outside.
Looks like AJ went to the bottom and is now going to lose the lead. And he's also going to lose second place. Leader is, looks like right front into the wall. Keep an eye on that. Didn't look like he did it that time. Yeah, that was just a mistake there by him. But settle in and just get to the main. The car's starting to feel better now. Fuel-wise, we are a little short on fuel. So we're either going to need a lot of cautions or a pit stop around lap 20. There are no tire changes. So all about just keeping the heat out of them.
20.026, clear high. Outside.
Big bobble.
Outside is clear.
Got lap traffic coming up.
Outside clear. Car outside. 20.031, clear. Slow car down low.
And looks like Sean has just pulled to the inside. We'll allow him to race because he's obviously not spinning out, and he pulled out of the way. He didn't need to pull into the pits, but I just wasn't sure who he was and how quick he was, or if he was multiple seconds off pace, so that's why I wanted to make sure that he was able to turn laps, or not just someone that was going to show up and cause a bunch of yellows.
20.187, clear high. Outside. Stay low. There is a car.
Well, Zach and I are having a good race. I mean, we haven't seen him, but every once in a while he shows up in our right side view or in our mirror.
Outside is clear. 20.25.
Might have grabbed the wall there on the straightaway.
You've got 2 laps to go.
That's going to put us starting 12th,
19.93.
which isn't very good if you consider there's only 25 people here. There might be even less starting the race if some people have left because they are off pace.
White flag, white flag.
At least we got through that with no caution.
19.979.
And we'll take a look at the tire heat afterwards just to see where we were on that.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Good job, very good job.
Alright, so we still got everyone. That's fine. And we've got warm-up. We are on the front stretch, obviously. I will be back in a second, and we'll get racing. Alright, so actually we got in our car, so we can't even see what the tire heat was, but no big deal. Alright, so Scott, Dylan, Ryan, AJ. No, Scott, Dylan, Ryan, AJ. But, I hope this is fun. This could be painful, but, from the looks of the heats, everyone kind of knows their limit. And, hope we can just have fun, which is very hard to do here. We're not going to be quick. We're not going to be competing for the win.
You are out of time.
There's nothing strategy-wise that we can do. So it's all going to be about just kind of pure pace. Only way you're going to have fall off is if you overheat the tires, and it's going to be hard to recover from that. I mean, you can go put the tires up in the moisture that's up by the wall, but other than that, it's just kind of all on how you drive and how quick you are. And as you can see, we're right about here. And I assume we're going to stay here, but hopefully we can just not get any damage, because, well, engine damage isn't going to be too big of a deal unless you blow up. But having less power might actually be helpful. But let's hope everyone has a good one, and hopefully my dad can make it down the straightaway. I have to give him crap when he screws up. We are clear, and we are going to head middle now. Oh, get a little push. Kind of screwed Matthias up there. He wasn't sure if I was going to go low or not, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go low or not. But we're going to see who gets race brain, if anyone really overdrives it. But I assume the top side's going to eventually go away, and either people are going to have to decide not to hit the wall or go lower. But our goal is just run down here. I mean, we're 3 laps in and no caution yet, so that's pretty awesome. Front stretch should start getting worn out on the bottom, which will make it harder for you to get a little more grip than the high side does in the middle of the straight. But again, I am not worried about where we end up on position right now. We're just going to try to not go a lap down. And if we get a long green run, we might have to do green flag pit stops at Dirt Bristol, which will be an interesting splash and go challenge. But the less fuel or the less gas we use while we're putting around here on the bottom, we might be able to save enough.
Car outside.
I am impressed that we have made it this far, so this is awesome job by everyone so far. There will be mistakes.
Car outside.
Totally expect that. Mistakes, prediction code.
20.153.
That's gonna happen.
Car outside.
But right now, we're just treating this like it's a paved track. And I'm hoping that pays off for us later on. And you're definitely going to be able to tell who's the ones melting their tires, because they will just not be able to go forward. And it's going to happen a lot quicker than it would in officials, because it's more slicked off, so there's less ability to really cool them off in the moisture.
20.505.
That's a weird coloring that just hit the track there. It's like a lot of red in the dirt there for some reason. Got our first lap car, Kyle. He's just got to hold a line. We will go middle or high and get around him without going 3 wide.
Clear high. Car inside. Clear inside.
I don't care if you're slow as long as you can hold a line. And he held a line, so we just gotta hope that everyone is smart enough to see that coming up. Dan is up in the wall. He's just trying to keep it out of the way. Everyone's just gotta look ahead and see these guys that are a little bit off pace. They're just waiting there. Make sure Zach got down and we didn't trap him up there. We're good on fuel at this pace. So the fast guys might, if we go green somehow, the fast guys might run out of fuel while we don't. I guess that's one way we could win it. And apparently Zach and I are just going to spend this entire session side by side with each other. That's just what we're going to do. Oh, Gavin. Got a lap car, that is Sean. He's just keeping it up high. I'm fine if lap cars hit the wall. They're just trying to keep out of the way.
Outside, clear. Outside, clear high. Car outside.
Oh, Colton got on the gas hard. We're gonna go way down low here to try to give Zach room.
Outside. Keep low. Clear outside if you want it.
I don't know who had the yellow wheels.
You're on the bottom, 3 wide. Outside.
I was trying to. Okay, that's who had the yellow wheels. All right. We survive it. We are on lap 17 now. The leaders are going to be coming up to lap us very soon. They have to be. There is no one in the corners ahead of us when we come out of the corners. They are just hauling. But as you can see, we can go a little bit quicker. We're just being patient, taking it easy, saving some fuel. That used a bit more fuel, those 2 laps. Plus we had to get back side by side with Zach because, again, that's what we're doing. This whole race. Gavin's just taken off though. Kyle holding the high line.
Clear up top.
Try to give Zach room.
Car outside. Stay low. There is a car on the high side. Outside is clear. 20.37.
What I'm worried about is seeing my dad flying up here. Looks like he's a lap down though. Leader's only 5 seconds behind us. Scott is flying, Jesus. I mean, we've started this race out 22 laps, green flag racing. That is awesome. Looks like Sean and Dan have called it quits and are on pit road.
20.136.
But if we go a lap down, but go green, who knows how the green flag stops are going to work, or if Scott even needs to. He could be saving fuel and going that fast, but right now we are 1 lap short. We're just working the middle. There's no reason to go up high and hit the wall. There's no reason to go too low trying to grab the moisture and spinning on the little transition on the apron. Just log the laps. These guys are coming back to us a bit. Somehow we've used up more fuel now. Oh. Zach had a moment, apparently. He has dropped back quite a bit. He went down low. He might have hit the transition and got really loose. Alright, so we'll back it off just a bit more so that we can be saving fuel. Because I can't believe I'm going to say this, but this could go green the whole way. Cautions are on. And obviously we haven't seen anything. Oh. Alex just found the wall. Topside's starting to really narrow up in the center. Bottom's wearing down from everyone hitting the entry left front. Straightaway's still got a bit of moisture on it to pull me down the straight, but we are 10 laps away, well, 11 laps away from the stage break. Well, not break, but stage end. So, if we can get around Alex, we can get 1 extra point this race, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. There's going to be like 6 people on the lead lap. If this thing goes green to halfway or something. We're 3 laps short now, so I gotta not get too antsy. Because at some point you're not going to be able to save enough if you go too far. Just always plan for it. You never know. Did not think we'd make it this far.
20.188.
Good news is we shouldn't have to pit for fuel, and some people might to give us the wave around if they're using a lot more fuel. Because if we get a yellow, you gotta expect that it's gonna be a fairly clean race from that point on anyways, so if you're using up a lot of fuel, you might as well jump down. Because you don't want to risk having to do a green flag stop. I assume getting onto pit road at speed is going to be a disaster. Five laps to the end of stage 1, and we've gone green the whole way. Can we get around Alex for that point?
20.333.
He's consistently been in the top 10 for stages. Ryan is now the leader. He was in second on the scoring, so they must be battling with each other, or Scott got hung up on some lap traffic. Looks like Spencer has pulled it in as well. That's only helping our chances of longer green flag races with less cars on track. I'm not going to push it to get this stage point. We're going quicker and quicker every lap. If we can get there, cool. Well, we might get there. He's having some issues.
The car outside is clear.
And we get there. And if we can stay ahead of him for this lap, we'll get 1 point. Oh, and it's Loeffler that's taking the lead. I was thinking it was Carlisle. It's good to see him have a run. He's been having a string of bad luck. There we go, 1 point. Loeffler gets the playoff point and 10 stage points. And he's just going to lap everyone, apparently. Looks like my dad is ahead. Yep, he's running in 18th. We're going to put him a lap down. Don't know where my brother is, but somewhere in the top 6. I know he's never done a long dirt race, so this is going to be... I don't even know if he's ever ran a truck or stock car on a dirt track. Ryan looks like he's just plowing the wall. That may have been a mistake. Might have just been to get around Alex, but we'll keep an eye on it. Now he's just hitting the high line right. I wish I didn't even have to worry about that stuff, but once one person starts doing it, then everyone starts doing it. And then I have to penalize a bunch of people. It's just annoying that a mistake makes you quicker, because then how do you judge that, you know? That's the annoying bit about it. Right now we are Lucky Dog, but I don't want to see a yellow. Let them lap everyone, and there's complaints about a lot of wall riding, we'll go back and see afterwards, because sometimes you get different information. And I mean, like right now it looks like he is keeping it down off the wall most of the time and still is quick, so that was a huge hit by both of them, but again, it could just be prediction code. But we are about to lose the Lucky Dog.
20.112.
Thankfully, this is the only dirt race that we're doing, so we will get back to racing that you can't gain an advantage by hitting a wall. Gavin goes up, taps the wall, getting around lap car there. 51 laps in, caution free. Absolutely ridiculous. But at least we know my dad made it down the front stretch. So that was an improvement over his heat race. Oh, the 50 getting really loose. Thankfully, we don't have a ton of traffic, so... Oh, he's getting loose again.
Inside, 20.327. Clear inside. Inside. Clear inside.
Gavin's fallen off a bit. We're 2 laps short right now. Obviously, we could go faster by getting up on the top side or going low, but at the moment, we just need to work our way around these guys. Looked like my dad was about to plow the wall there, so I didn't want to go up high. And we're just stuck here for a moment. Nothing we can do about that. Just gotta wait.
Inside. Clear. 20.915.
I think that was our first wall hit. No, we've hit the wall a couple of times with the rear end on entry. We're still good on fuel, especially now that we're a lap down. I mean, shit, we're going to be 2 laps down by lap 100, so... Where are you going, Gavin? Gavin's had a few moments now. He's gotten the wall a couple of times and then really got on it out of the corner.
Inside, 20.422. Clear inside.
It looks like my dad's got some speed. He just put himself in a bad starting spot with that heat race.
20.184.
We'll head back down low and back down the pace for fuel. Because I assume you're going to be on pit road for about 30 seconds, which is going to be about a lap and a half. You know, you're not going to be taking a lot of fuel, but you risk getting a speeding penalty. No one has practiced green flag stops, so it's just one of those where you don't want to do it. And if you can save a bit, awesome. Gavin's still a lucky dog right now, but he is definitely falling apart a bit here. I'm just trying to manage the fuel at the moment. Just, I can't believe that I didn't even, you know, like, think about saying, like, okay, if there's no caution by halfway, I'll throw one. Because you would never expect to need to be prepared for fueling. But again, this group of drivers just understands how to race, and we're all starting to know each other and know, you know, what their styles are. Colton's now lucky dog. So it seems like Gavin's ran into some heat issues with his tires and is struggling. We got Dylan coming up to lap us. we've got a ton of traffic up ahead.
Clear.
Like, there's half the field is stacked on each other up here.
9-2.
Dylan, you can go high. I just want the bottom. Less fuel. That puts us in 9th, though.
Car outside.
I think Gavin and I are tied on points right now if it would finish here, because he got 1 extra point at the stage. We're 1 extra point based on position now, but we got another stage coming up at lap 90. We got loose there. Gavin's found something down low, apparently.
20.533. Car outside.
Alright, we got Dylan around us. Now we can go back to this middle. We got Ryan Thompson and Scott coming up.
209.
And then lots of traffic as we're lapping people, as we're getting lapped. What an amazing race. I mean, this is so much fun to be able to have. I know we've got a smaller field, but this is official racing size field that you're going to get. And we've got people at, oh, never mind, we got a yellow. Colton's in it. That might have gave us the lucky dog. Or, nope, Connor gets it. Well, that takes away our ability to get a bunch of free spots from green flag stops, but the leaders might be pitting for fuel here. We will not be. And
56, car by, car 18. Got the lucky dog. Let them pass.
Colton gets his spot back.
Left up 6, car by.
And we gotta let Kevin back by. That's odd. Kevin, pay attention.
Pit road's open.
Alright. Did all the leaders pit? No. Ryan stays out. So that destroys our race. Wait, did Ryan just pit there? Ryan just pit there. Alright. He must have missed the pits or wasn't even thinking about fuel. So we are going to get the wave around. And, well, it looks like only myself and Gavin are. Colton pit, it looks like. We are just going to, Gavin's pitting? What are you doing, Gavin? You don't need to pit. Maybe he's been using up too much fuel. Or maybe he wants to be able to use up more fuel. I want back on the lead lap. If we get another caution and we're on the lead lap, yeah, we'll come down and get a splash just so that we can push it a little bit. But halfway caution. 4 of us are taking the wave around. Currently, there are 4 people 1 lap down. 5 people 1 lap down with Gavin. And then 3 people 2 laps down.
Coming up on halfway here. 1 lap to green. You'll be lining up on the inside. 44.389. Pit road is closed right now past the pace car.
very lucky that Ryan ended up hitting there. I didn't think he needed to, but I'm going to clear black flags just to make sure. I doubt anyone ever tested green flag or yellow pit stops here. I don't think it's been an issue in official, but I just want to make sure that there's no one getting screwed over by something. And we will clear it one more time. Okay. 21.395. Get back in the rhythm. We got Gavin ahead of us, but now he's a whole lap behind us. 20.385. He must have just had used a lot of fuel, and so it looked like he couldn't make it then. But we're going to be patient here, because the only thing that can happen right now is a caution, and we would be in it. So just got to be very patient. Don't want damage. We got a gift there. Good news though is if it goes long again, Gavin's going to end up going 2 laps down probably compared to our 1 lap down, so it's a chance that we got to take. We know we're good on fuel and we're doing fine on pace. Nowhere to go here. You got a little bit of room there from Matthias, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but now if we can just gain a bit of track position here, we're still right on the edge on fuel, so we got to be careful with that. Just not even press on the gas on the straights pretty much. Just slowly let my foot push down. Rice almost got us there. He had a moment out of the corner. Gavin trying to work his way up here. That is Connor in the 18. He's got engine damage, it looks like. He must have been partially involved. No, he got the lucky dog, so he wasn't. He might just be overheating the tires and struggling with that right now. So we're back side by side with Zach. Been a few laps since we did that. 20.348. Gavin's probably kicking himself right now. We are not looking good on fuel now. I don't know how that changed. I guess I'm just... Oh wait, no, never mind. We're looking good on fuel. We're looking really good on fuel. I read it backwards. Holy crap, Scott just either prediction code hard into the wall or slammed hard into the wall. But a lot of these, I don't, is he slamming the wall that hard, or is that prediction code? I mean, it looks like he's just wall riding into the corner, so... I think it's just prediction code. 20.352. But Gavin's in 10th, we're in 8th, and now we just see if we can make it to the end, and we're going to get 3 points there at the end of the stage. Lap 91. I don't know how that works with lap cars, if it's their lap 91 or where the leader crosses. I guess it would be where the leader crosses and then they're on lap 90. So I don't know if that's ever been a thing in NASCAR, but because they never throw the yellow until 10th place gets to the line. But if 10th place is a lap down, I don't know.
20.195.
Looks like Colton is in 9th since he had to pit there for possible damage or fuel. We're 1 lap short at the moment, but we really have no reason to push it. We're catching some of the guys that we weren't even close to catching before, Scott and Connor, and we have no one behind us for position, so
20.366.
I'm just amazed that this group has done as good as they have. Looks like AJ Gayer is pulled it in, so we might only have 18 people on track right now. Still haven't seen my brother. I don't even know if he's still on track or fell out or gonna win this thing. Let's look up front. He is in 4th place right now. And looks like my dad is in 16th. And Alex, Spencer, AJ, Spencer, Kyle, Sean, and Dan, along with Rick, are off. So we have 17 people or 18 people on track. But getting out of here with a top 10 would be huge, points-wise.
20.213.
Stage point-wise, we didn't really do that great, but we beat Gavin on stage points by 1. Possibly. We'll see where he actually was. He might have been in 8th at lap 40. But we could maybe get a 7th or a 6th out of this, depending on if Connor and Scott drop off. We just gotta prevent the tires from overheating and not get stuck in anything too terrible. But right now we've got clean track and leaders probably going to be coming up on us. 7.5 back, but they got a lot of traffic to go through. Just can't get trapped into driving too hard. Dylan Keynes is the leader right now, so that lead is swapped around quite a bit. Looks like Ryan is falling back to us. But it's really, we get to a certain point and We're not really gaining on these guys, but hopefully at the last... I mean, shit, you know what? We've only got 45 laps left. Start pushing it in the last 20 and not worry about the tire wear. We're about 6 laps good. Just easing it around. I didn't even show my paint scheme. It's the same base that I did in the painting, but I kind of recolored it to look like the colleague Tide car, and actually turned out fairly good for being straight stripes with a round stripe logo for Tide. So nice simple switch, and it's doing me pretty good. Used up a little bit more fuel there, so gotta be careful of that.
20.321.
If we go fast, we use 0.14. If we go slow, we use 0.12. And it's a major difference on how close we are at the end. But we've kind of caught up to these two. Just being nice and smooth, trying not to have a bunch of wiggles, and hopefully our tires can pull us past it, because right now we don't have the fuel to really push it. But it's getting better and better as we log the laps off and keep conserving.
20.151.
Looks like Scott is starting to fall. Oh, and prediction code, I'm going to assume. The car jumped up in the air on the wall. So it'll allow us to save a bit of fuel while they go side by side with each other. We got nowhere to go. Connor gets a little tight down low. They're going to have fuel to use, so again, we just got to hope tire heat will get us around them. The harder they push, the worse their tires are going to get. We got 3.5 laps of fuel right now.
20.228.
Got the leader coming up on us. If we get lapped, then that gives us an extra lap of fuel.
Inside. Clear. 20.419.
Putting the pressure on him. We're not even pushing the throttle, just watching up ahead, making sure nothing. Just stuck here. But again, that's just letting us save fuel. Oh, Scott must have got the wall. We didn't even get the car high call.
20.306. Inside, clear inside. outside. Car inside.
Moment there.
Still inside. Clear inside.
Want to stay ahead of Scott so that we don't have to pass him. Alan's going to be taking up the bottom line.
20.455.
Ryan's struggling to get it off the corner.
Outside is clear. Car outside. Still there. Hold your line.
3 wide's a bad idea, but we got to kind of go for it.
You're in the middle. 3 wide. Right side. 2 wide. Clear inside. 20.
All right. Well, there we go. Can we pull away from them and save fuel? And can we get a top 5? Ryan's dropping back to us.
20.196.
See how much speed we have left in this thing, but I just can't use it right now with the fuel. Coming up on 25 to go. Again, absolutely ridiculously good job to everyone.
20.264.
Oh, getting loose there. Don't push it too hard. All that's going to do is cause us to get loose. We've got a great finish in 6th right now. Ryan's a long ways ahead. Let's just let it come to us like we let it come for the last 2 spots. Ryan is falling back. Him and Zach are getting hung up on each other there, and Colton's gotten around him. So that's kind of slowed him down a bit, but Colton's a little quicker. Connor and Scott having a hard battle there behind us, so I'm glad we kind of forced our way through that. We are about 6 laps to the good, so we can start pushing a little harder. As long as it's not going to cost us time. Ryan back around Colton. Try to get past Colton right away. I think he lifted there for us too. Alright, we were in a good spot. We used up all our extra fuel there. So, back to being patient. Let Ryan push it harder than he needs to. We can hope that wears his tires. I mean, again, what a ridiculous race. 1 caution in 130 laps so far. Just absolutely nuts.
The car outside. Outside is clear. 20.17.
.3 to the good. Just be patient. We're way quicker.
20.312.
Just running a little lower now because I don't want to bounce the nose off of him and end up spinning myself. So his tires will eventually go away running up there, but will it happen in time? Yeah, he's been falling off this whole time. Maybe he's been saving, but again, 6th place, I will gladly take that. No idea who's leading. Don't have time to look at that right now with us hounding Ryan. Oh, we're gonna push up and run into him.
Car outside, clear up top. Car outside, outside is clear, outside. Still there, hold your line, outside clear, 20.228.
We'll take away his momentum here. That should get us the spot. Top 5. And we've got 15 to go.
20.138.
I am really glad I started this off at 100%. That way, everyone just built a set for 100%, and there was, you know, no one just going completely out of control once it got too slick. But what an awesome race. To be able to do this, I mean, we're doing longer runs than trucks can even do in real life because they're doing the stage cautions. Everyone thought this was going to be a disaster. And, I mean, right now we're going 0 incidents for the race. I know dirt's a little more lenient, but I assume most of the field is going to be very low incidents. We haven't seen anyone just, like, drilling the wall. Oh, we're seeing AJ now in 4th. He's dropping off pace. Might get all 3 of us together right at the end. But we haven't tried to go fast. We haven't even pit. It's just patient, be smooth, don't heat the tires up, and it worked out for us. Even if we went a lap down, got the wave around because everyone needed to put a little fuel in, and we're going so slow that we didn't even need to fuel it up. We're going to have 1 wreck to look at. That's all we're going to have to look at the end of this race. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Half a gallon to the good at the moment. I've backed it down a little bit. Looks like my dad's going to get a 14th place right now.
20.237.
We are 6 laps away from the end of this one. 0.2 on fuel. So we're just gonna, we got a 1.5 right now. I don't need to get up in these leaders, or not these leaders, but these lappers. And we're not gonna catch AJ in 5 laps. He'll beat us. I knew that was gonna happen.
20.616. You got 5 laps to go.
I cannot believe how good this race went. This could have been a absolute complete disaster, but everyone has been good, smart, patient.
Inside, you've got about 5 laps of fuel. Clear inside, 20.3.
0.2 on fuel.
Car outside, still there, hold your line. Outside is clear.
I cannot believe this. Just 1 caution. 150 laps at Dirt Bristol. 1 caution. And we're going to pull away a top 5 here. Leader's going to be getting the white flag in a little bit.
20.5.
There won't be caution. There we go. No cautions. And we're just going to baby it around so that we don't just start slipping up a bit. Looks like Ryan's wall riding to catch us.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
And there we go, P5. 1 caution in a 150 lap race. Just nuts. Just absolutely nuts. Like, great job to everyone, no matter where you finished.
You did really well.
That is just crazy. So AJ gets 4th, Dylan gets the win, Ryan gets 2nd, other Ryan gets 3rd, other Ryan gets 6th, Connor, Scott, Colton, Gavin. So Gavin gets a 10th place there. And Matthias, Joe, Bryce, Alan, Zach, and Alan Perry. And then Timothy finishes at 17th. He's the last car running there. Not even comprehensible. I would never have thought we would have done 1 caution there. Just nuts. Dylan gets himself in the playoff pretty much. So he's just got to stay in the top 18. And let's take a look at our tire heat. Tire heat 200, 194. But, yeah, just crazy. These wears are meaningless. They don't mean anything there. I can't believe that, though. Like, we have 1 caution to look at here. Where are we at? Right here. Let's go find Colton. Oh yeah, here's the paint scheme. So it's just the same scheme that I ran last week and that I did the painting video of, just with Tide over it. And then this was all 1 color, so I went yellow and white there. And yeah. We got a nice little scheme, but let's go look at this 1 single wreck here. Take a look at Colton. I don't think he was the cause, but he was definitely somewhere in it. Or was it AJ getting loose, and he just comes down in the view of Colton. They get sideways, and Kevin, once again, finds engine damage to the nose of his car. Just bad luck here at Bristol for him. Just the tiniest mistake, and to only have that 1 is nuts. What do we got for incidents? The most incidents is a 4. Kevin got probably a wall hit, and then that hit. Just awesome. Awesome driving by everyone. Yeah. Let's take a look at the season standings. Look at the results first. Those won't, obviously season standings aren't going to have the stage points, but we'll add those up. So final standings here. Dylan gets the win, led 56 laps. Ryan led 58. And they were dominant. The top 3 were just so far gone. Then AJ, myself, Ryan, Connor, Scott, Colton, Gavin, Matthias, Joe, Bryce, and my dad, Zachary, Alan, Timothy, AJ, and then Kevin, Alex, Spencer, the guys that pulled off because they were just feeling a bit out of pace. But Rick gets 12 points because we only had 25 car fields, so That's a big point gain for him there. Let's take a look at the standings. Colton is your points leader. Cabe misses another one, but he's got 3 wins, so he's locked in fairly well into the playoffs and into the top 18, because right now he's got a lot of points. We are in 4th. Dylan locks himself into the playoffs and is in 3rd now. Ryan Thompson, Scott, Alex, Tyler, Ryan, Wesley, Kevin, Matthias, Gavin's got 3 more spots to go to get into the top 10, but these two have wins, so he's actually got to get past Tyler. And so he is about 18 points behind right now. But Tyler wasn't here for this one, I'm pretty sure, yeah. So once we get the 3 stage points, I assume Gavin got 3, he might have got 4, but that'll help him out a little bit there. Zach, Ryan, my dad is up to 16th in points now. And then Robert, Cody, Kyle, Billy, Dan, Shane, Alex, Joe, Devin, Jim. Let's see where... AJ is in 44th now with his 1 race. And Connor, that was his first race, it looks like. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe it went that well. So, thanks to everyone that shows up and races these, and thanks for watching.